he's controlled that. He knows exactly what he's doing. Giroud does well in the end to just flip that over the advancing Guzan to put Arsenal in front. But again, we'll see here, players giving too much room to top players. Kieran Clark trying to step up when really he needs to just get back and chase back. And you know what? I mean, look, the best teams will more often than not find a way through, find a way to actually to beat teams of lesser ability. But when Villa, you know, just unfortunately show that sort of naivety, John, with their defensive play, and they make it very easy for the best teams, and they will get hurt.
It was only one at half-time, Don, and the nature of the second goal, I know, annoyed you from Brad Guzan's point of view. It wouldn't have annoyed Mesut Ozil, who comes up with a bobbly kind of finish. But where does this come from?
Well, have a look at Alan Hutton. He's your right back, and he's that far up the pitch. He was guilty in the first half, and you used the word basic defending, and it is. Why has he went past his right winger when you're 1-0 down? Yes, people can say, well, you're chasing the game. That's understandable with 10 or 15 minutes to go, but keep your shape. Keep it at 1-0, like I said, at half-time, and give yourself a fighting chance. Once you go 2-0 down against the Arsenal, the game's done. It's only a matter of how many Arsenal are going to score from it.
Also, as far as that finish was concerned, it looked as if it was a tight, tough angle for Ozil. Somehow he found it.
He's done well in finishing it, but I must admit the goalkeeper didn't come himself with glory neither. He bobbled it in. Yes, it was a great ball, a great assist, and a very, very good finish. I thought he was running out of legs. I thought it was a difficult skill to execute the shot and finish it. He'd done that. But Brad Guzan, when he looks at that, he's half bobbled in.
You can't question Theo Walcott's finish, the curled finish. But funnily enough, he scored with a pass that wasn't really meant for him at all, was it?
Well, maybe not, but he shows great hunger and desire, Theo, here. Once he drops it off, watch him now run in field. I mean, he runs past Sanchez as if he's not even there. And then, yeah, that ball might have been intended for Giroud, but he takes it in his path beautifully, one-touch finish. You know, that's a great goal. Often, when Theo's running at full pace, it's a part of his game that he sometimes gets criticised for, John. But here, once he goes at full pace, he's in control of everything. He knows what he's doing. One touch and a few.
And the other thing, Andy, as well, is that finish, by the way. He hasn't started a lot of football, but, you know, he's actually scored 6 in his last 6 Premier League starts.
Yeah.
So he's improving his finishing, isn't he?
Look, it's lovely for Arsene Wenger to have a player of his quality, speed, and again, he's a player, looks like he's making up for lost time. He's missed a lot of football over the best part of the year. So great for him to be back, and that was a beautiful goal.
Let's have a look at the penalty right now, and as far as that penalty was concerned, once it was awarded and it was going to be taken by Santi Cazorla, there was probably only going to be one outcome. But first things first, Brad Guzan again there.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't got a clue why goalkeepers want to rush out the area and try and go in for a 50-50. Just stay on your line. He's not going to score from there.
What happens there?
Well, he goes down the middle. The goalkeeper's actually read the penalty. He knows Cazorla's going to go down the middle and be a little bit cheeky. He's got to sort his hands out. He's dancing around the place, trying to put Cazorla off, and sort of half does. And look, he's annoyed with himself because he knows he read it, but he didn't save it.
Cazorla's actually scored 6 goals in his last 9 Premier League games, 5 of them penalties, so he's obviously their main man when it comes to those. And then really the icing on the cake came from Hector Bellerin. I don't know if he's ever scored a club goal, to be honest. He's been out on loan at Watford. This is certainly his first for Arsenal.
But he starts that down the right side, and it's a really controlled finish. I mean, he hits it with a big side foot. Sometimes you see players these days hit free kicks like this, but on the run, you're always tempted to hit it with your laces. But because it's sort of in between his feet really a little bit, he doesn't let it roll across his body, he just hits it with his side foot. And again, it's one that when you sit on the bench, you think, where's the goal here? How can he not save that? But so accurate, isn't it? So accurate in the corner. It might have gone, it went through Kieran Clark's legs as well. And I mean, it's another one that sneaked in. Great for him, great for Arsenal. And just another disappointing moment in a really abject Villa performance.
We might get some clarification now from Hector Bellerin on whether or not he's got any kind of goal-scoring form, because here he is with Alisson Becker.